Tonight, President Trump is back at the White House, where more than a dozen people have been infected, including his press secretary. KCAL9 political reporter Tom Waite has the latest.
Tonight, President Trump told Americans not to fear the virus. This after days in the hospital and days on experimental and powerful drugs.
Do you think you might be a super spreader, Mr. President?
President Trump leaves Walter Reed Medical Center wearing a mask, once again in tight quarters, first in his motorcade and after a short drive, then in Marine One. As he arrived at the White House, another photo op, this time as he walked the stairs at the White House residence, appearing winded after he took off his mask. Without his face covered, still contagious and in the full throes of his COVID infection, he entered the White House. He reappeared in front of a camera not long after he posted this video on Twitter.
I just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and it's really something very special. The doctors, the nurses, the first responders, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know.
Today, the president's physician, Dr. Sean Conley, says he's not out of the woods yet, but was good enough to go home.
He's met or exceeded all standard hospital discharge criteria.
But Dr. Conley would not reveal the details of a scan of the president's lungs, which can be affected by COVID, or when he last tested negative for the virus. The president is still on the powerful steroid dexamethasone. White House doctors will give him his fifth and final dose of remdesivir tomorrow night. The president returns to a White House where the outbreak is growing. More than a dozen people in the president's orbit now infected with coronavirus. Today, Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany announcing that she too has tested positive for COVID-19, along with two other White House press staffers.
Hello, how are you?
Just last night, McEnany was seen without a mask on talking to reporters. She attended the September 26th Rose Garden announcement of President Trump's Supreme Court pick, an event that now appears to be a super spreader of the virus. Those infected include President Trump and the First Lady, former aide Kellyanne Conway, Senators Mike Lee and Tom Tillis, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, the president of Notre Dame, and today Pastor Greg Laurie also announced he's infected. Last Tuesday, McEnany traveled with the president to Cleveland for the debate. Seen here with top White House and campaign officials, she also went to Minnesota Wednesday for the president's rally. Top aide Hope Hicks was on both trips and tested positive for the virus Thursday. Tonight on Twitter, the president has already released a heavily edited version of him returning to the White House. I'm Tom Waite, KCAL9 News.